Previously on Lukie at the Links.
Okay, Bridges Back 9 vlog. So I always play this hole no matter what tees I'm playing from. I always move up to the whites because I think for my skill set and my length, the whites are the funnest tees to play from for this hole because the carry of the hazard is about 210 yards. And if you fly it, then you're looking at a chip into the green. And it's just a fun hero shot to hit on this course. So I always play it from the whites typically. And then it gives me a chance to fly that. And then I just played really bad golf close to the hole. That was a really good chip, and I almost made it. This is where I lost my Spyglass head cover on my hybrid. I hit this ugly shot. So I hit that out of bounds. I'm just going to drop right here. Third shot in. I came up and I had this putt. And this is for my bogey. And this hole is always so difficult for me, so. And I didn't get it, so that's a double. Another really hard hole. Can't miss right. Dogleg right, really long hole. I believe this is the number 2 handicap on the course. And it has steep undulation going up that hill. That is a lot steeper than it looks on video. So you have to hit about an extra club to get up there. Barely stayed in play with my cut, but thank the wind and everything for staying there. Went over, which is very easy to do on this hole because of the wind. Hit that chip, and here is my par attempt. And I did that ugly cut putt where it wanted to tail off. It's working so hard. Par 3, a really cool hole. This is probably the most forgiving hole on all the Bridges right here. Not a bad shot, but it was the wrong club and it ended up in the bunker. But check out how good this bunker shot is. Boom. Love it. It's a great bunker shot in my opinion. Really happy with that. And you won't see this, but I make a sandy par right here, but you probably will hear it. Let's see. Boom, reaction, sandy par. That's good. So because it was getting dark, I got some really epic shots coming up. But this is another risk-reward hole. I've never had the length to cover the hazard here, so I always have to hit about a 4-iron or something and try to hit a low runner here. Definitely came over the top, caught that thin and pulled it, but it ran out to right here. Hit this up. This hole plays like a par 5 to me. This is one of the reasons why Bridges is so tough. You can't just bang driver. There's a lot of slope. So now I'm hitting my third shot. And that one ran out. And then we got the par. And look at how epic that looked. Next hole. So that's what that hole looked like. Here is probably like the iconic hole of Bridges is this par 5 double forced carry. Really bad driver swing, but it's out there enough so I can go for it. I'm 308 yards out on this par 5, so I'm really far out. Not a good drive, but you got to clear this hazard in front of me. Got it over, so now you just want to place it to set up your next forced carry shot. So here's where my ball landed. As you can see, there's another forced carry to a downhill green. This was a pitching wedge, and whoa, look at how great that divot was. I'm so proud of that divot. I really am. But, so there's the 2 forced carries you have to go over, and then my ball was buried back here. And in typical Bridges fashion, I had a buried lie with a straight downhill chip, and I just could not get the ball to stop. And then this was what I got for a par after hitting pretty much 2 good shots in a row, lip out, bogey. And that's why people don't like Bridges. Basically, that is the reason people don't like it, because that is just ridiculous. those shots didn't really get a reward. The 16th hole here is ridiculous as well. Watch me take a divot with a driver, which is not the sickest thing ever, but at least I got it out there. That's something that's learnable for me as I watch some of these vlogs, though. I have to learn all of my bad habits in golf. Hit a hybrid into this hole, and I actually wish that was filmed better, but it was getting kind of late, and I had noticed I lost my hybrid head cover, so I was rushing. Here's a 8-iron bump and run that I just played so low. That slope is so high. I should have aimed for one of those houses, but I just played it way too low, and it just was way too short, but it was mostly because of how low it was. It just didn't get there, and par was basically out of the question with that chip, and we'll take the bogey, which at Bridges, bogey golf is never bad. 17th hole, forced carry, 200-yard, par 3. Hitting the Grandpa gave me hybrid TaylorMade Rescue. Didn't draw back, but I hit it pretty darn well. Feeling decent on the greens this day, just kind of hit that chip, let it ran out, and I had a pretty makeable par putt for all things considered. Very tentative over these putts, but really trying to work hard on this course. The sun is setting, and I'm really happy with this putt. Just drilled it. So I felt good that I actually pulled away on that hole as well. 18th hole, another really, really hard hole because it has a double forced carry. So once again, my driving kind of went downhill on this day. Probably should have been playing from the whites, but for the sake of just doing this vlog and to try to toot my own horn and feel special like most of these golf vloggers, I wanted to play from the blues, so F it. Kind of pulled it a little bit with my 3-wood, got myself into some pretty decent yardage, hit a wedge in there. So this is my third shot. As you can see, there's a bunch of trouble to get into when you're hitting into this hole. So this is the mess you got to deal with. So you got a forced carry right there, bunkers, all that stuff. And then this is for my bird, and watch this. Are you kidding me?
Oh, wow.
Man, that sucks.
Hey everyone, it's Lukie here, and if you liked this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, smash that like button, be sure to leave a comment, and share it with your friends so more people can see these informative videos that I'm trying to put out.